Hi, friends. Welcome to my podcast, Mulling Over. I'm Poornima Jayadev, and those who know me, I used to blog, or rather, I still blog, but most of my articles are unpublished yet. I am happy and humbled to say that, though in small numbers, I do have a few followers for my blogs, mostly friends, and a few who became online friends through these blogs. Some of them have been asking me when will I start publishing again, and I've made it a point to keep reminding me to blog whenever we catch up. So here we go, my podcast called Mulling Over. It will be the audio log of my blogs, technology inspired by my children who believe that people these days would rather listen to audio than read. Sad but true. Mulling over. Through these podcasts, wish to mull over things that catches my interest or a topic of your interest. You could mail me a question or a topic to mull over and we can discuss those questions or topics either by myself or we can invite an expert from our network. The goal is to really mull over any topic without bias or inhibitions and pick up topics of our everyday experiences and topics of our existence. Definitely not the things that get discussed over and over in our popular media, but something not discussed often, but that needs our empathy and mulling over. Hopefully, these mullovers will strike a chord with you. I look forward to not only your suggestions for topics to mull over, but also your comments with your constructive criticism. This podcast is a big deal for me and I'm really excited. I would like to thank a few of my friends here, old and new, who have been my constant mascots motivating me to write. Bidesh, my friend from Symphony Services, and Rajendra Menon from BFL Days, who keep reminding me to write and they look forward to reading what I write. And a new friend from LinkedIn who I met a couple of months ago, she messaged to me that I should write. Neeraja Ganesh, she's such an inspiring personality herself. Her efforts on developing young women leaders is quite commendable, and although our association has been only online, when she messaged that I should write, it really meant something to me. So, decided to podcast what I write. Now I had to choose a topic. It could be something I've read about or something I've observed. And finally, I decided I'll start from my experiences and maybe combine it with what I have read and observed. So, once the premise was finalized, there were many topics I could choose from, but the question popped in my mind whether they were appropriate. Don't get me wrong, I've not had inappropriate or negative experiences, thank God, but based on common norm, it could be an inappropriate subject to discuss openly. Also, there's a chance I may be mocked at, or worse, what if people lose the quote unquote good impression they have about me? Pretty juvenile thoughts for a 40 something like me, right? It is the problem with us 70s and 80s kids. We grew up to be nerdy and conventionally good with very narrow views of rights and wrongs, which probably could have made us a little judgmental. And then it flashed to me, I am in my 40s. I am an adult. And I can speak of my experiences without worrying about ruining my image, which could be dull and boring anyway. I don't have to worry about what people think of me because probably they're not thinking of me at all. Maximum, my future employer, if any, may raise their eyebrows. And fortunately, I don't have negative experiences, but only awkward and embarrassing ones. If nothing, these mullowers might provide a good laugh to some. So, presenting my first podcast in the series, Mulling Over.